Hi everyone, hello and happy Friday. Hi guys, I miss you guys so much. I am here today for a coffee with Kalyn time, which is just a chat with everyone, just to catch up and see how everybody's doing, tell you what's been going on in my world. Over here on Crazy Kalyn Vlogs, that's what we do here. We just connect as friends. I made this channel actually as a secondary channel to my main channel so that I could connect with everyone in a more personal way. And so that's what I do over here is just have chats with you guys, show you what I like to do in my world, in my life, and also put, possibly if I find cool things outside in the world on sale, in thrift, or what have you, I will share it over here as well from time to time. My main channel is called Crazy Days of Kalyn, where I haul from the Dollar Tree on Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. And because of my connection that I've made with so many of my wonderful friends that I've gained from over there, I started here so that I could have more of a one-on-one with everyone. I do have some cards to show you guys right now, and then I'm just going to jump right into a chat and catch up with everyone. So hence the coffee with Kalyn time, where we just sit and chat as friends. So let's go over the cards real fast. I did get some wonderful Mother's Day cards in the mail. This one is from my beautiful, wonderful friend, Carol Johnson, that I just went to see not too long ago when we went to Pennsylvania on vacation for 4 days. We also drove to Maryland, which was only an hour away from where I was staying in Pennsylvania, and spent time with Carol in person for the first time. And it was such a blessing. I love my Carol so much. And this beautiful card right here made me so extra happy. Will you look at that beautiful, stunning Mother's Day card that she sent me? That is absolutely fantastic. And I'm so grateful that any of you think of me at all, whether you send me something or you share pen pal mail with me or what have you. Just you sitting here with me means everything to me, and just connecting as human beings. I love you and I appreciate all of you so much. Then I got this beautiful card in the mail from a friend, Jessie, that I have just recently, made from my main channel as well. And she sent me this gorgeous strawberry card, which I super duper appreciate because everybody is so sweet and kind. And not only do I haul over there, but I really try to give you who I am as a person as much as I can in my hauls, where I share like moments of stories with you guys when things trigger a memory for me so that you can just connect with me more as a human being, because that part of my YouTube journey is so, so important to me, to be able to just get to know everyone as well as you guys get to know me. And she paid attention and knows, that I'm having a little bit of a strawberry obsession right now. All of the beautiful envelopes came with gorgeous, gorgeous stickers on them from everybody. And I just love you so much. So thank you for this gorgeous card. And then inside, she sent me a strawberry keychain. So how cool is that? I love it. It's so super duper cute. And I'm going to put it right on my keychain. So thank you for spending time with me. I've already gone through, read the cards, and I just love you guys. And I thank you so much for connecting with me in any way that you possibly can make the time for, because it just blesses my life, my family's life. And I hope that I bless you too in some way. And from what you guys write to me, it seems as though I do. So that really warms my heart and makes me so happy. So then I got in the mail a beautiful card from my wonderful friend, Jessie. Jessie, there's another Jessie. Jessie's been with me for so long. I love my Jessie girl and her 3 babies that she shares time, to share pictures with me and stuff. And they're such little sweet peas. So inside of the card, the gorgeous little card with a beautiful written note inside of there. Wonderful stickers. I love, appreciate you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life for as long as you have been now. And I just love you and the kids. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart for every little bit of the connections you know, that we've had over time, the talks that we've had, and everything else. On the card, there was this beautiful sticker that I really, really loved and appreciated the writing on it. It says, "Your efforts matter, even when it feels like they're not getting you far." And it has a beautiful little hummingbird on the sticker. That is so sweet, kind, and thoughtful of you to put that particular sticker on the envelope. And I appreciate it and love you so much. Now, last but not least, I got a wonderful card from my friend Amber. Amber does have a channel. It's Amber's To-Do List, and she is a doll. She hauls from a bunch of places, but she is so talented with her party throwing and how she puts it together. I love that part of watching her. She's such a sweet, kind, generous person, and she's just really relatable. She's just a mom like all of us are, you know, running a household, a family, and taking care of her kids. And I just think that, you know, she handles everything so well. There's 3 kids and a day full of stuff to do, and she's always there to like connect with us. So I really hope that you go over and check out Amber from Amber's To-Do List. And she sent me a wonderful Mother's Day card, with such a beautiful little note inside. And I'm so happy to know you girls. You just have no clue. And to be able to connect with you guys also that have channels other than me feels like I'm in your house with you, a part of your world. And I love that you guys feel the same way about me, because I really, really wanted all of my connections that I was going to make here to be super duper personal, open, and engaging with everyone. And so I thank you guys for doing it back with me. So thank you for that. I hope you had a great Mother's Day too. And that's that for the cards. So now let's just get into some catch up time. I'm sitting here, my hair is wet. I went cleaned some houses this morning. I went to the gym, just came home, showered, and I'm just immersing myself back into the house. We've got some things going on this weekend. I had to pre-record this week right here, for a Happy Saturday Dollar Tree haul, which is over on Crazy Days of Kalyn, which is going to be posted bright and early in the morning. And I also had to pre-record for Happy Monday Dollar Tree haul as well, which will be uploaded bright and early on Monday morning for you guys if you're over there on that channel also. Because tomorrow morning I'm waking up, I'm going to pick up my mom, and we're going to Cape Cod for the weekend. This came about because it is my son and his girlfriend, Cindy, Isaiah and Cindy. It's their 2nd year anniversary weekend, and my husband and I, you know, got them a cute little hotel room. My mom and I got a hotel room too, so that we're kind of in the same area. They're going to be doing their own thing and celebrating, you know, themselves, and then my mom and I are going to stay and just enjoy the weekend. The Cape is about a 2-hour drive from where I live, depending on traffic, because that Sagamore Bridge can be really problematic. So we're going to see how far and fast we can get tomorrow to get to the Cape. It is going to be a very rainy weekend, which we already have looked up the weather out there, but no bother to us. I'll go to the beach in a blizzard for all I care. The Cape has such beautiful, pristine beaches, beautiful, beautiful place. If you've never been there, I really encourage you to go. You can take the ferry over to Martha's Vineyard and all that. It's just such a beautiful environment. And there's so much wildlife and sea life that's right on the beaches. You can find some of the coolest and, you know, just amazing seashells. And it's just such a beautiful place to be. There's a lot of shopping, a lot of eateries and stuff. So my mom and I are going to go just at the same exact time as my son and his girlfriend are going to go. And we're going to be back on Monday. So I took off Monday so that I could have the day to be there and then travel home. So I pre-recorded the hauls this week and got that done for you guys, because Richie won't be with me and I wouldn't have his cell phone to be able to record on. So there's that, and that's going to be really fun. And I'm super happy for my son and his girlfriend. They are just such a solid little pair, and they're best friends, and it's just so endearing. 19 and 18 years old, and they are so much more mature than the years that they've lived. And I'm so proud of both of them, and they're just exceptional kids. I think I've told you guys this in the past when we've had chats and stuff. They literally wake up, they go to work, they go to the gym, they go to school in the evenings. They like to put around Target and smell candles. It's just the cutest thing. They like to go thrifting like Richie and I do, and sometimes we go out on a double date and go thrifting. That's so fun. So they're just the sweetest. And so pretty much while we're out there frequenting the beaches, no matter if it's raining or not, we've got umbrellas. We're not going to melt. I'm super duper into thrifting now that the nicer weather is out, if there's yard sales and stuff. So we'll put around some, hopefully, flea markets or thrift stores, and definitely hit some Cape Cod Dollar Trees. So that's going to be really, really fun. So there's that. Everybody's doing good. Richie did have a hiccup this past week and went to the hospital. I didn't say anything over on my main channel like I usually do because I knew that it was something that was going to be turned around quickly. He was just in the beginning of the opening of his DKA, which is diabetic ketoacidosis. He is a type 1 diabetic, for those of you that don't know. And he's catching it earlier and earlier and being more observant of when he doesn't feel good and getting himself immediate care because they said it was dire for him to do that going forward instead of pushing it off and trying to manage it on his own and thinking I can rest and feel well like he did for so many years. And now since last year, I almost lost him. This was the exact time of year last year that they told me that there was a 2% chance he was going to pass and that they were going to do everything that they could to change the narrative. And they did. Thank you, God, thank you, the world, thank you, all of you that have been here with me that long, that had prayed so hard with me. I was beyond devastated at that point last year, which his anniversary of that date was just this past week. So it's been a hard week, even though he is still here with me. I am very, very in love with my husband. He is my best friend also, and the thought of losing him ever is just absolutely unbearable to me. So even though, he's still here with me, and he's doing much better than he was last year, the date really took the wind out of my sails this week. So there's that. And so I've had pretty much like a quiet week just to kind of control my feelings, my thoughts, my prayers that I continue to always say 100 times a day for my family in general, especially my husband with his health, and just us to live a long, healthy, happy life. I've always said it in my prayers. I've always said, please, dear God, let us live until we're 108 years old and happy, healthy, strong, safe, loved, blessed. And it's always been like just a part of like my prayers to God. And so I do that even more when I'm feeling overwhelmed. This week, he actually, when he went to the hospital the other day, it was actually on the exact date that I almost lost him last year. So that was super duper triggering. And I've had a really emotional week trying to come back from that fear. Even though I know he's at such a different place this year than he was last year, to know that he was going to the hospital on that day that I was so fearful of. And it was just really, it's really taken a toll on me this week. So, but they turned it around really fast because, like I said, he's recognizing super duper early how terrible he feels, and he's going straight away to the hospital to get the treatment. He has a very specific, regime of things that they do for him. They know him very, very well. They actually welcome him with open arms when he comes into the emergency room and checks in. They're like, hi, where have you been? How have you been doing? We're happy we haven't seen you for this amount of time, but now that you're here, let's get you back on track. Let's strip you and rebuild you and then get you home. So he was only there for like a 24-hour stint. They rebuilt his system, gave him all of the things that they have in place for him, his protocol, and then he came home to me the very next morning. So he's okay. I'm feeling much better for all of you that, knew that I wasn't feeling well over last week. And, it really, like, I was getting the kicked out of me. I was really feeling bad. I just had some type of a bug or whatever. And so I came back from that. It took about a week for me to really start feeling like myself again. So I thank you guys for all those prayers, checking on me, because you knew that I wasn't feeling well and all that. But I am feeling better now. So I'm thankful that we're over that midst of that stuff. Now, I do want to talk to you about something that also happened to me this week that is really kind of scary. It could be triggering to some of you that could have been in a similar situation at some point. So I advise you to probably not go forward. It's kind of like what I'm about to tell you, I'm basically telling you so that it can bring awareness to you and to make you pay attention, because I wasn't in this moment, which is so unusual for me because I'm such a hyper, like, aware person, and I had a moment of lacking that, and I really could have been in a terrible predicament. So I encourage you to, like, click off now if you don't want to hear the story. I'm still here. I'm fine. Nothing happened, but the moment did come where something could have happened, and God, I believe, intervened in that moment. So I'm going to start now. Click off if you don't want to hear anything triggering and you just want it to be lighthearted and happy Friday and not have any fearful thoughts going forward. So here we go. Now, I think it was Tuesday morning, and I always get up super duper early in the morning. Like, I'm up and at it by like 4:30 in the morning. I'm cleaning my house. I'm doing all the things to kind of prep for the day and get food for people and things like that, and make my bed and clean and sweep and wash things down from the night prior, just in case something just fell. Just in case somebody was up late and they made a mess that they didn't clean it up like I would clean it up. I'm just kind of like spot cleaning stuff. So I leave the house really early in the morning too, because I like to wake up with the world. It just centers me. It makes me feel so good to watch, like, the sun come out and be bright and all the animals scampering around. It's just such a peaceful time of the day for me. So I've always done it since I was young. I've never been somebody that sleeps in. I'm definitely a morning person. So I start my day really early. I left a little bit earlier on this day than I normally even would. And I ended up going down to the local market, which is a place called Market Basket. That's not too far off from where I live. Up here in New England, Massachusetts, we have tons of market baskets everywhere. So I went to the closest one by me, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts in the parking lot. I grabbed my tea, and I was going to wait for the store to open because it opens really early as well. And I was going to go in and get laundry detergent and replenish the things that I needed for, just a couple of, just odds and ends I needed to grab. I like to go to the stores bright and early when they first open. Not a lot of people, in and out, not a lot of interaction. I still don't like being around really big crowds of people. Since the pandemic, I really limit my spaces. I like to be outdoors if I am going to be around a large group of people. It makes me feel better. And so anyhow, waiting for the store to open, something I would do at least once a week anyways. So I grabbed my tea. I went to the parking lot area in the same plaza, and I parked down, away from the store. I was on that end of the store, but it's a huge parking lot. So I kind of parked away because I still had like a half an hour before the store opened. I wanted to go through my budgeting. I wanted to go through the things that I needed to kind of pull together for the day, my to-do list and whatever, have my tea. I always watch all of my beautiful people that I follow here on YouTube, my friends that also have channels. I watch them in the morning. I have like a schedule every single day, Monday through Friday, that I keep very specific. I like to play, the videos out early in the morning before I even start like my day, have my tea, do my things, and just sitting in the car is not unusual for me. It's downtime. It's relaxing. I focus on the things that I'm trying to get together. And it's common for me to do that. So I parked on the opposite end of the parking lot where there was like some bushes. There was a barrier of bushes ending the parking lot. And my windows were down. It was so beautiful out. You know, I had my channels on, and then I was like watching and continuing to play and cycle through everybody's, you know, uploaded videos and stuff. I'm drinking my tea, my things, and my windows were down. My door is always locked because I was always like taught that since I was little. Don't ever idle in a car without locking the doors. Don't, you know, if you get in the car, just lock the doors. You could be sitting at a stoplight, somebody could try to get in. I live in a city. There's things like that that go on here, even since I was young. So I was always taught to lock the doors. So my doors were locked, but my windows were down in the front, the passenger and the driver. And I'm obviously sitting in the driver's seat. So I was sitting there maybe about 10 minutes, roughly or so. The sun was up, bright now and everything else. And I had a thought in my head that I forgot something at my house. And I was like, you know, I'm not that far from the house. So I instantly, like all of a sudden popped in my head, I forgot something at home. So I'm going to beeline it out of here, go grab that thing before the day starts. And I need this thing and I'm going to go. So the parking lot was still very bare. Now, Dunkin' Donuts is like in the middle of the plaza, which is a really big space. So I'm on the far end of it. And there's nobody in the parking lot other than me because it is before the time that the stores are opening. So I had the thought, I instantly put it in reverse, looked behind me in the rear view mirror and started backing up. But as I hit the reverse so quick, like nobody would have even noticed I was having a thought to move the car. I had the thought, I put it in reverse. I started to back out looking in my rear view mirror, and out of my peripheral vision, there is somebody that is right next to my window. And my window is fully open, and I was so disengaged with paying attention to my surroundings. There was a man that was right there. I'm sitting in the driver's seat, and this man is at my window. So when I look over, his body is right here, and he jumps back because he was not expecting me to put that car in reverse like that. And I stopped short. I pressed the brake hard because I thought, he's not behind me. He's right next to my window. So I stopped, startled myself. I startled him. And then when I broke, you know, put the brake on, I looked over. I didn't say anything because I was shaking. And he just stared at me in shock. And then he started slowly backing up just a couple of inches at a time, staring at me in my face. And in all 100% honesty, I cannot tell you 100% that he was going to do something terrible. But the potential of it being terrible was definitely a possibility. Because in that moment where I was startled and I stared directly at him and he was staring at me, he didn't say any words to me. He didn't say, you know, I was going to ask you for $1. He didn't say anything. He looked so scared that I was now aware of his presence that close to me, where he could have put his hand in the car instantly and had me in his grasp in some way, shape, or form. And now he's backing up, staring at me, thinking, is she going to do something to me? Because now she's realized that I'm right here. And I punched that reverse so fast. It was not even funny. He had about, I would say realistically, 3 to 4 seconds to say something to me. He could ask me for something or something, whatever his intention was to be that close to me and to almost be in my car window. He had an opportunity to speak it out to me and he said nothing. And he looked scared as anything. So once I realized after that 3 or 4 seconds that he had some intention to my thoughts, my personal feelings, my gut intuition, that he was going to do something that was not going to be good for either one of us in the end result, I hit that reverse so fast. I literally spun my tires and I boogied out of there so quick. But then I went around. I was so shaking and scared. I went around the parking lot because I thought to myself, if I just completely leave this parking lot, and I'm probably never gonna forget what he looked like or anything like that. I saw him clearly, like clearly head to toe, and I went around the parking lot again now with my cell phone in my hand, obviously going to tell somebody that this situation happened and to watch out for this individual. I went around the parking lot, spun, came back to that same exact area to see if he was still there. It probably took maybe 15 seconds in its entirety, and I couldn't find the person, not one place. I don't know where he went. I don't know which direction. We have, behind the building that he could have potentially run to. I have, there's gas stations, two of them literally across the street from each other, across from the parking lot. There's bushes, and then the woods start beyond the bushes. He could have gone in any direction, but I visibly couldn't see him moving, couldn't see his body anywhere. And obviously, I made people aware that this had happened just in case. Now, what I am imploring you all to do is pay attention all the time. Be aware of your surroundings. Something that I have seriously stressed to not only myself to be aware always from just situations that I've been in through my life that have reminded me to always be present in the moment, know what you're around, who you're around, just the area that you're in, watching people's mannerisms, being conscious of what's happening in the world. And at that moment, I felt so, you know, just like in my own bubble, no fear whatsoever, wasn't paying attention, that anybody else could possibly be in the parking lot on foot. I knew the cars weren't present, but I didn't like register that people could be coming through the parking lot or near my car. I fully made myself accessible by rolling down both of my windows free and clear, and I will never do that again. I will, if I'm going to wait for a store to open, I will be in the middle of the parking lot, right in front of a store space. I will be hyper focused, periodically looking in my rear views around my vicinity, especially if I'm going to have, the windows down. Just be aware, pay attention. I live in a city, like I said, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot on the news, pretty consistently. I should have been more conscious of what was happening, and I wasn't, but it taught me a big lesson. And I have prayed and thanked God the entire week for watching over me, for putting that thought instantaneously in my head at that moment where he literally was right there and I was right here. And I remembered right at that second I needed to go home. And I avoided something. I don't know 100% that that is the truth, but in my gut and my intuition, I know I avoided something. So just be aware, lock your doors when you go into the vehicle, even at like a stop sign, stoplight, you could be stopping anywhere. You don't know who's coming from which direction. We've had situations, especially, even since I've been growing up, of people trying to get in other people's vehicles and take the vehicle over, what have you. Just be present. That's what I'm telling you. So that is my week, and 100 other things on top of that. So I'm super thankful to God. I'm super thankful to God for all of you and for being a part of my life and my days and my week and my weeks and my family and everything else. I love you guys to a million, tons of hearts and hugs and kisses and everything else. And that's it. I'm going to go and try to eat something and try to rest up, pack, and hopefully I will see something really cool this weekend and be able to upload a quick video to show you guys like something that we're doing or someplace that we are, or a beach like front atmosphere. Even if it's raining, if it's like a good visual look, I'll share it with you guys here on Crazy Kalyn Vlogs. And other than that, I will see you guys over on Crazy Days of Kalyn for those fancy dancy Dollar Tree hauls tomorrow morning. Happy Saturday morning and happy Monday morning. And I love you guys so much. So I will see you soon. And I love all of you beautiful faces. Bye, guys.